Folks, welcome to Werewolf Radar, the world's premier paranormal preparedness podcast. My name's Jordan Dahl.
I am Nate Balding.
I am Comrade Roger Norquist.
Okay. This week's episode of Werewolf Radar is brought to you by Monstroco Proton Cream. Has your primary healthcare provider diagnosed you with a physics-based disease? Electrolytis or Newton knee? Just smear this white-hot luminescent cream on your body and heal with the power of a billion suns. Monstroco Proton Cream. Ah!
It would do that. I took one organic chemistry course, and let me tell you, hydrogen loves to explode on human contact.
There is a chance, it says on the tube, of Dr. Manhattaning. It hasn't happened to me. I put some proton cream on a hurt knee. I thought it might have been a Kepler strain or Newton knee. And it did explode into light, but then it recoalesced quickly. It is someone else's knee.
Sure.
But it's a healthy knee.
I was going to say, as long as it's better, give me whatever knee.
It's just a different tone. It's a different shape than the other knee. And it's it's more muscular, honestly.
More of a transporter failure.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know where the knee came from, and I don't want to know, honestly. I assume it was knitted whole cloth out of cells, but who knows? Maybe there's a guy in Iowa who was taking a shower, getting ready to go to work, and now he has my bad knee, and I can only hope that that's what Monstroco is up to.
It'd be funny if it just transported the best physical possible knee you could have had. You're like, oh man.
And there's like somebody running a race somewhere that just collapses with my terrible knee.
It's a swap to swap, equivalent exchange, laws of thermodynamics. You cannot destroy the knee. It has to be one-to-one switched.
It seems suddenly your knee became that of a 40-year-old gamer. We don't know what happened. There's a lot of Dorito crumbs under the patella. Okay, fellas, can I go first? I've been
go first. I'm gonna go second.
Okay,
sure.
Nate, wrap it up with
closing it out with a balding crusher, a wrestling move banned in 40 states. I want to talk to you guys. Speaking of the balding crusher, I want to talk to you guys about. It's tricky because what I found was something called the General Electric Hardiman. Have you guys ever heard of this?
The General, say that again.
The G.E. Hardiman.
G.E. Hardiman.
Hardiman. This was General Electric's attempt in the 1960s to create the first functional mech suit, a human exoskeleton that the goal was to attempt to lift 750 pounds. That's what they were going for.
I was going to ask if it was a Dr. Wily invention.
Buddy, I want to show you a picture of the GE Handyman right now.
You can bring it to us.
This was the inspiration for the GE Hardiman. And tell me that this isn't the most Dr. Wily looking motherfucker you've ever seen in your life. Look what he's doing.
Oh boy. Yeah, that is some real 1950s sci-fi.
Truly, dude.
It's like CBS stage work.
Now, yes, for real. This is what got me to go down this rabbit hole. Was this picture right here? I was like, "Oh, mad science, cool."
If I may try to interpret this photo,
it
seems to be a tech demo. A tech demo of a scientist wearing his robotic arms.
Yes, he has
his exoskeleton on the arms.
A manipulator control frame along his shoulders.
There are two children behind him, and they are holding hoops.
Look at the face of the little girl. The littler one.
One of them is utterly shocked by what she is seeing. The other one seems bitter at the doctor.
She's seeing the destruction of mankind, Roger.
And what I have to interpret is that this tech demo is to show how with this exoskeleton for the arms, you can out-throw hoops versus child's ability to out.
Yeah, this is kind of a John Henry situation where this machine was designed to crush these children at hoop throwing.
And that's why the older one is so upset.
Yeah.
He's showing his disappointed daughters why he hasn't been at home lately.
Yes, exactly. The older of the two girls' face does say, like, "Is this my new father?
And
will this be my father now?"
Oh no!
But he's using this kind of control apparatus to control these two massive General Electric robotic arms that were, for 1960, for them to be able to replicate his movements with the nimbleness and dexterity needed to. You can see it's actually it's like rolling the hoop on its wrist.
Right.
You know what I mean? And the two little girls, I don't know why they're there, simply to be traumatized. I can only assume. The guy's face is so intense. He's like, "Behold, children, your new playmate. This will make you stronger than any of the other children."
Yeah, this thing was meant to go to Mars.
Yeah, this thing was actually designed to handle radioactive materials through a very thick like inside the building, while this guy was outside smoking 1,000 cigarettes, I imagine.
They're healthy for you at this time.
I cannot get over this little girl's face.
Oh, she's all like,
"Oh no,
playtime's gonna get tough.
What have man wrought? We spent so much time wondering if we could."
I can only imagine
if we should.
I can only imagine that they are there literally because they were throwing hoops on the stage first, and then he comes in and throws a hoop through a goddamn concrete wall.
Throws it into the sun. Developed by General Electric, this hydromechanical master slave, quote, handyman, the first manipulator to simulate the clutching motion of the human hand, will be used behind 7-foot thick concrete walls to handle radioactive objects pertaining to atomic aircraft machinery. This was the 1950s. So we're in some real antique fucking sci-fi and fiction magazine cover shit.
That is pretty dope for like for being a real thing in 1950.
I saw this picture and I was like, is this AI? Because this seems spectacular.
People don't understand how crazy the 50s in Russia and America was for technological advancements.
And we could have gone so many different directions. We ended up in one of many potential tech-dominated societies.
One of the worst ones, but we got there. This is back when like even corporations were like, well, we made a profit, we paid our CEOs their salary, and now we're gonna throw all this money into robot arms.
Yeah, what do you guys want to make? Robots? Me too. Were you watching the Jetsons? I love the Jetsons.
Truly, it was that. So they're like, let's instead of shareholder nonsense and CEO bonus, they're like, we throw this money into crazy research
through the magic of hydraulics. Hydraulics made all of this possible.
Should we use this profit for mad science?
Of course we should. So the next one, this is the picture of the Hardiman.
The ball crush.
This is actually the first picture that I found. This is real. This is the left arm of something that was called GE's Project Hardiman. And they were trying to use the same technology developed for the Handyman to build 1960s Iron Man, is what they were doing. The Hardiman Claw had hydraulic drive. It could lift 750 pounds of cargo, about 340 kilograms, part of GE's Hardiman project, 1960. So that got me looking into the Hardiman project. And boy, there's a website called cyberneticzoo.com that has fucking
that stock photo.
about it.
I love it.
It's great. Look at this shit. 1965 to 71, the G.E. Hardeman exoskeleton. Ralph Mosier, American, is piloting it. It never worked. There's no proof that they got all of the parts to work together at once. One of the few photographs we see of Hardeman IA, I'd have to smell like that on my face too if I had one of these, he says. This guy really loves, he's a real robot perv.
I mean, so am I. I get it.
Hey, I get it too. You're in good company. Hardeman is a name derived somehow from Human Augmentation Research and Development Investigation. A man from manipulator and man from manipulator. Sometimes written as Hardy Man. Hardy Man, Hardeman IA, said to be officially called the powered exoskeleton. So here's a better picture from that first one. You can see that the guy is actually operating it. It's attached to
right. He's got to have a
frame,
a counterbalance.
Yeah. So some reports suggest
because I imagine, any one of those parts fails while you're lifting 750 pounds, and
Yeah, and you're folded.
You no longer have that arm.
Yeah, you're just a necktie now. Some reports suggest that only one arm of Hardeman's was built. The above photo usually accompanies that comment, but it is incorrect. A complete Hardeman was built with both arms, but the comment refers to the earlier tests, or just the single upper manipulator. Later, even when the full machine was built, one side was made static and the other side was capable of moving. So they never got it. Oh, here's an animated version of it.
Is that fluid? What's going on there?
This is After Effects, but yeah, it's you can see the all these tubes going in and out of it. Those are hydraulic tubes. So if it would break, you basically get hydraulic fluid everywhere. Probably scalding hot, I can only imagine. But look at this. He's really doing it. He's like, he can reach up high. He can crush nut, as we see here.
He's operating
These are terrible pictures, but they do seem to indicate someone operating the Hardeman arm.
I mean, it seems remarkably mobile for...
I know.
As bulky as it looks.
As long as they stand next to the operating tower.
This is why This is why it's on the radar this week. This is a big robot ping on the radar because this is some sci-fi shit that makes me wonder. It's like, man, what are they doing down there? What are they doing now?
Trying to maximize profit through cheapening workforces.
Yeah, that's true. But like, what are the exoskeletons we haven't seen?
I don't think. I truly don't think that we went that way. I don't think that's our universe, sadly.
We did it at one point. I remember years ago, this is probably like 20 years ago, on, I don't know, some like scientific investigation program.
Mm-hmm.
And they were talking about the military was developing, or supposedly developing, these exoskeletons, exactly the same thing, but they were much sleeker.
Yeah, and that's the type of shit I'm talking about.
They had built the entire frame, and like there was footage of dudes, like they had little like hooks coming out over their fists.
Oh, I remember just this guy.
Yeah, lifting.
Can we see it?
And
can somebody find that?
Maybe.
While I read this passage?
He's just lifting and moving.
Thank you.
Heavy ass blocks.
So the Hardeman program from 1965 to 1971. The Hardeman started in November 1965. Whatever. The early phases were on human factors and kinematic concepts, which were completed in 1966. This is going to be very dry. So if you take a hit from the bong or whatever, this is the time to do it.
Here's a picture to get high to.
That's
This should be the one you were talking about, Nate. A little bit of like a hook. It's a hell of a puncher. I think you can punch concrete with this shit.
But this was like actual footage.
Oh, wild. Well, give me 10 more minutes. We'll get there.
That's crazy.
You have to reshare, Jordan, if you like. But
with the drones, like with what's happening with drones,
drones are just planes now.
Drones are just planes. I saw a video yesterday of a guy grabbing the bottom of a drone and it just lifted him up and he flew away.
Did they find him again?
Yeah,
they were take him to its nest.
The title of the post was testing new farm equipment, and he was just like up there like testing the weight limit of it and like jerking on it and stuff. And it's like, yeah, if you fall, you'll die.
But for cargo, especially for farm work, to where like we can move this barrel to where we need where we need it. Yeah.
Totally. It's very, very cool. I'm going to keep reading this. I have some more pictures to show you guys.
You're able to when you want.
This is kind of what happened to it. So it was completed in 1966. The results of this required changes where the original concept was for a single master-slave system, now to be split in two, the upper arms and the lower legs. By the end of 1967, boy, that seems like a great way to get folded in half, huh? By an error. The slave prototype had been built following load-bearing joint tests. There were technological problems with the hydromechanical servos, mainly around their stability. An interim study was put together and concluded by 1968. The solution was to go to electro-hydraulic servos. Although the plan was to build the legs first, this setback meant that the ONR directed the program to complete the arm system. That's why it was only the arms. By the end of 1969, the single arm tests were completed. The leg and girdle systems were completed late 1970, but was not able to balance or walk without support. Major kinematic problems were arising and could not be overcome within the program's time frame. The approach was taken to fasten the master leg to the slave at the girdle. This changed the operating mode from operator walk to operator ride. Interesting. Within these constraints and the assistance,
kind of a Doc Ock thing.
Yeah. Within these constraints and the assistance of a supporting tether, it was possible to demonstrate a limited ambulatory capacity with the leg system. It worked, guys. It worked.
Crazy. I mean, according to the words, show me the grainy footage.
Sure, we want to see the bod. That's true. We always want to see the bod. Can you guys see this still?
No.
Okay, hang on. I have to share because there's some more images I want to show you, and that'll be the end of my segment on the GE Hardeman. I did look into some other secret government mech programs, but I kind of just came up with pretty standard MK Ultra, Project Stargate links and stuff. Anyway, look at this. This would obviously be on the fucking gigantic wooden crate that they dropped off at your house with your new handyman in it.
Welcome to Handyman Nation. Super strength for the average man.
This is basically a magazine advertisement. We can't read it because it's just too pixelated, but pretty cool concept stuff. Concept drawing showing the loading of bombs into an aircraft.
It's all about reaching up.
It truly is. There was one guy who just was very short and he was like, I'll show them.
I'll make an exoskeleton that can crush your nuts while holding one hand up.
Look at this thing. It's so
I'll make an arm so long.
It will reach up and touch the sky. The face of God. It's pretty cool, man. GE basically created a fucking a war mech that never made it to business. Look at this. Ralph Mosier at the rear and Art Bucca with models of the walking truck and the Hardeman. So there was also a walking truck that GE was working on.
The early precursor to the Boston Dynamics dog.
Yes, truly, dude.
Except you get to pilot it.
Yeah. Or do you just get to ride in it and kind of go where the robot
I kind of assumed that the truck was sentient and it just kind of went places.
Like, this is the type of thing that scares me, is like you see this dude and he's like, okay, so the legs are going to walk on their own. You don't control that. You control the top half. Sometimes the legs are going to try to fold you in half. Oh,
it's something that needs to be like a cheap system like this, powered by solar power and shit, could give disabled people the ability to go outside again.
Here's a great.
They can go outside anyway, but I mean, walk.
Sure. Here's a great comic from the Post Standard, August 19, 1969. Frontiers of Science. Science today is building a new type of machine, the exoskeleton, to help man perform his many tasks, at present beyond his capacity. In places where normal machines are not available, these outside skeletons will enable... We can't call them outside skeletons. Will enable man to carry loads of up to 1 ton. You will get the Monstroco strike squad called down on you if you start saying that there are walking skeletons, outside skeletons coming to the job site. Such, quote, man amplifiers. Okay, that's also, we can't call it a man amplifier. How about male enhancement device? Nope. Okay, man amplifiers will copy a man's normal action and multiply his strength 25 times. Boy, there's so many 1950s jokes I want to make right now that I will not.
I can lift now 3 pounds, 25 times 3, up to 75 pounds. That's not right. Up to 75 pounds.
That's correct.
And I can crank it up to 250 times a day. More importantly, they retain man's decision-making ability and capacity for making up to 30, quote, controlling actions simultaneously.
How many can I do now?
It never crossed my mind.
Probably a lot.
It never crossed my mind that the machine would have its own will.
What is a controlling action?
Yeah, I think they just mean like buttons you can push.
Ooh.
Well, I imagine that.
Nice. That's what I'm talking about.
It probably works on a system where like you start to move and then
it hits a lever or something.
The hydraulics.
Yeah. Shin levers, foot levers. Yeah. Okay.
Is she in space above the planet with the Hardiman arm?
She definitely seems to be. And don't worry, Roger, you'll find her someday.
I want her.
Oh,
sorry, Kylie. I found.
Suddenly, Kylie else walks in with a giant mechanical arm, and it's like a real "if you like pina colada" situation. Okay, so we have to obviously click on some of these GE cams right here. This is the 1956 GE Yes Man.
Yes, ma'am.
It was a robotic, the disembodied device graciously helping the girl with her coat is one of the most dexterous robots yet designed. Its arms have elbows that bend, wrists that swivel, and 3-clawed hands. Still being perfected by GE, it is an electromechanical slave called the, I don't like how freely they throw that shit around, the Yes Man, which does the bidding of a human master. Guys, this sounds so evil. This sounds so mad science. Human master who acts out the desired motions in pantomime. Attached to the master's hands are a pair of arms matching the robot's. When the man moves his fingers, electric signals activate hydraulic pistons, which move the Yes Man's claws the same way.
So what you're saying is, if I may extrapolate the use of this, I'm at work.
Yeah.
And Kylie is going to work.
She wants to go outside unaccompanied.
But it's raining outside, so she needs her coat.
But she doesn't know how to put it on because she's a woman.
Yeah, so she gives me a call at work.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Let me help you with this. And then for the next 10 minutes, I strap into the beast.
Sure. Trying to blindly put a coat on a woman 35 miles away. No way of knowing what you're doing. And then you come back, 5 hours later to find your wife torn in half with a coat shoved in her skull. Because the Yes Man doesn't follow your will. Terrifying. It has claws. Where was I? Yes, the claws. Through a feedback system, the operator can feel what the robot is doing. Okay. Yes Man has a serious purpose. By watching it through a TV,
okay,
a technician sitting some distance away could safely guide the Yes Man through intricate tasks in an atomic laboratory laboratory, minimizing wife ripping in half incidences.
Don't know why this wasn't at least somewhat implemented.
Dude, so often
it seems like it might have been really effective.
Yeah.
We see that same technology in drones, camera controlled via monitor.
And now we are getting into a world where people are doing remote surgeries, and people, you see those robots building the cars, and it's like, wow, that's terrifying precision. So like this stuff is implemented just in very specific places. I mean, even the old walking truck here. Like Roger said, a much better version of this is now skittering around the streets of Boston, biting people's shins off for biomass. I can only assume. But that does it. That does it for my what I'm calling let's go down the robot hole. A trip through the robot hole. You get it, like rabbit hole.
Very nice.
And that does it for my robot hole.
I can't take credit for this, but it was a thing that I saw a post the other day that I thought was very funny. And it was like, behind every robot that turns evil and goes insane, there's a scientist deliberately putting in red LEDs for eyes.
It's true.
Look, there's 2 LEDs in those units. The green one's for when it's working, and the red one's for when it goes evil. You got to know when it goes evil. Any robot that would choose the red eyes is lost to us.
Yeah.
Well, gentlemen, that was a fun, a little bit weird history of robo-gearing, robo-engineering, I guess.
Robo-engineering? Yeah, that was the beginning of it, guys. Remember the little girl's face in 200 years when you're hiding in a Freon mine, hoping that the robots don't find you.
Let's go into space.
To space! Okay,
so this week I bring to you a someone that we've never talked about before. A UFO man with the photos to prove it.
Okay, tight.
Maurizio Cavallo. Now, if you Google his name, you will come up with the retired soccer player.
I was gonna say this guy, he's got to be like a lost Mario brother, right?
He played since 1986 all the way to 2004, baby. Okay. Retired with Revigo Calcio.
Okay.
If you're familiar with Italian Premier League, did I get some of that right?
Sure, probably.
But we're not talking about that, man. For me. We are talking about this man. Let me set the room.
God, what if it was just this man from the Have You Dreamed This Man thing?
No.
Bam.
Ah.
It's a little bit blurry. I'm going to go share it.
Is that the UFO behind him?
These are his photos all behind us. We have 2 UFOs merged together. And then we have the faces of aliens where you 2 are.
Of hot aliens.
He kind of looks like Timu Andre the Giant.
Here is a better scene for us.
Dude, I did not know why he looked familiar, and that's exactly it. Timu Andre the Giant is exactly this guy with his weird child alien brides and their etheric beauty.
So let's read his story, because I just learned about him and I am fascinated. I got some thoughts about him that I must share. But first, let's learn about him. This is from Avenia Logia, OVNFLIGA. IOLOGIA.
Aglio-olio.
.br. I went to the BR net for this, boys. And the title is called Maurizio Cavallo, the Italian who possesses photos of extraterrestrials from Clarion. I've never heard of the planet Clarion.
We got to get into this shit. We got to stop podcasting fun and strange news and just
start
be like,
watching these are
the Gleep Glorps. They come from space. They give me the future news, and they will have sex with you if you give me $500.
We would have a crazy popular TikTok if we did more stuff like that.
Oh yeah, we could definitely build a massive.
We could be all like, we speak the Clarion's language, and it goes Gleep Glorp, Gleep Glorp.
Yeah. It goes like this.
So a man, and this is written by, I guess, the staff. It's probably just produced by one guy, but he wrote quite an interesting piece on this and interviewed him. Or I should say grabbed the interview done by one Paula Harris. But the words of the website, a man from Vercelli, Italy, claimed to have been abducted by aliens from the so-called planet Clarion in September of 1981.
From SoCal.
The planet is located in the Eagle Galaxy, 150,000 light years from Earth. Maurizio Cavallo, 68 years old in 2020, is a journalist, and this was produced yesterday, August 9th, 2025. So I guess that would make him, let's say, 673. Happy birthday. So he is a journalist, scientist, and official speaker at several international conferences, Lyon, Cattolica, Marseille, and has worked as a professor at the University of Eastern Piedmont. In 2012, he publicly spoke about extraterrestrials in a conference in Turin, Italy. He referred to them as our first ancestors, cosmic protectors, lords of the rainbow, and custodians of the universe. So I think with that sentence, we can kind of see where he's going with this. He's one of those ancestors or aliens are ancestors, protectors, and more spiritually evolved than we will ever be. Their spaceships run on love.
And they're battling the leprechauns for rainbow supremacy.
Man, if anybody tells you their spaceship runs on love, they are trying to have sex with you.
At the age of 7, Cavallo had his first contact experience, but it was erased from his memory. When he was first abducted by aliens in 1981, he had been taken to a secret base in the Amazon rainforest. He recalled the initial contact that had taken place in his childhood through neural holograms. That will not be explained.
I think I get it, honestly.
He argued that the aliens live forever and come from the main source of life, where eternity is
the Fertile
created.
Crescent?
Yeah.
What?
Like, I assume, and it's not in this article from what I skimmed through it, but I assume he's on board with that Sirius B maybe nonsense, to where one of the star clusters in the Orion belt is the birthplace of the aliens that are progenitors.
Yeah. Right. Bit of an Anunnaki situation.
He argued that they're from the main source of life. Eternity is created where they come from. He did not explain what kind of source he was referring to.
Did he explain what the fuck he meant by eternity is created where they're from?
He will not. He was abducted several times, though. Man. He likes to go on.
So much money to be made.
The aliens reveal to him shocking facts about the universe, and he's trying to share them with people. In his book, Beyond Heaven, at the Sources of Time and Shine from the Abyss, he wrote that aliens revealed to him many secrets about the structure of the universe. For example, they told him that there are not 9 planets in our solar system, but 12.
What?
I think he might be including dwarf planets. It's kind of highly contentious what a planet is right now in science. Is Pluto a planet or is it a dwarf planet? Right, and then there's several other smaller celestial bodies that are in between that, and it is truly up to us to define what a planet is. So I go by 8. Dwarf planets don't count. Get out of here, little guys.
Well, and what about Planet X and the opposite Earth that's right on the opposite side of the sun?
Oh, he's got you there.
Yeah, he's got me there, my friends.
What about the civilizations within the Earth, the hollow Earth?
God damn it, is that part of it too?
I don't think so.
It might be. Here is one of his books. Let me share this page. This is from Amazon, and it is Beyond the Heavens, a story of contact. I won't go into the description here. It's about the things we talked about, the aliens' plans that are peaceful, but also go on humans. No.
Yeah.
$200 paperback.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, that is an important piece of information.
14 reviews means that he at least made.
Please click that.
Poetic, not scientific. 4 stars.
Expensive book, but worth it to me.
Very interesting book. There's some 1-star reviews, of course, as well. But
complete rubbish, one person says.
There's one on here.
You paid $200 for it, dingus.
This is my favorite review of this book, and then we might pass the skull along because we've really hit the bulk of it. We'll also show some photos, which I guess since I'm sharing my screen, here they are. Tell me what you think, boys and girls, in the comments of this video.
So are these are photos that he took of the aliens,
an alleged hybrid being.
So it's not okay. So
alleged representative of extraterrestrial civilization.
I was assuming that it was going to be like UFO photos, but these are like handed.
Spooky.
Well, my friend, we scroll down some more. And he does have your traditional UFO.
This is
photos.
A Clariana craft, huh?
Yes. Magnetic craft. There's a little dude, I assume, stepping out.
Getting out.
Very blurry photos.
Mm-hmm. Naturally.
Hi, I come from the rainbows.
But he's been doing it.
It has a very 70s Wombles of Wimbledon vibe to it. It's like, I live in the countryside with my alien friends.
Well, let me see if these ones are dated. These ones are not dated, but I love the phrasing of this. Photograph of an alleged representative of extraterrestrial civilization. Grammatically,
grammatically questioned
credentials. Yeah, he doubts the fact that they're a representative of the civilization.
It's just a kid, right? These are just kids. I mean, if you go up, that looks like a grown adult wearing eye makeup and an alien, I guess. That one looks like a person. That one, not so much. But again, kind of like a child's face with like Vulcan eyebrow.
He says, and we'll go into the article of the question a little bit. It starts with the question, and this is probably edited down to the parts that of Neologia wants to put in his article.
Right.
Question from Paula Harris: how do you get rid of that kind of visitor? And Maurizio says, my intention was to invite him to lunch. As I usually do with people I meet for the first time, I treat them as friends and as people dear to me. But when I realized what kind of person he was, despite all my best intentions, I had to invent an unexpected appointment. I hate lying. I like to be frank. Even if I sometimes come across as a bit rude, I like to be direct, and I can't stand a world built on lies. But in some cases, you have to protect yourself. This man was dangerous.
That's fantastic. He's doing the old
Truly.
like the classic. If I give you the signal, you call me.
Yeah, for real. Like, oh, I just my friend. Oh, there's my friend over there. I have to. Yeah.
Next question.
Wow.
Are the inhabitants of Clarion made of flesh and blood? Have you ever met them on the street? He responds, I met them at the supermarket.
Okay. They say the great supermarket is a great place to meet people.
Yeah, they were shopping for aubergines. I was shopping for melons.
Yeah, our hands met. I looked over, and it was a small childlike being in a silver jumpsuit.
Were they shopping? Paula asks. Maurizio says, no, we had a meeting there.
So this is like this is almost like meetings under Mussolini. Like you just have to look like you're doing anything else.
Good Lord.
Very much so. I would like to go into one of the reviews from Goodreads about the book.
Perfect.
Because it is hilarious. And also points out this book is unusually expensive. From one Stacy, who has reviewed 256 books and now has 2 followers, baby. She only had 1 before. I'm going to add that for him. I had read a blurb about this book, which sounded really interesting, but mentioning that it is hard to find the English edition. I was able to find a few copies, all starting from around $150 to over $300. But then I found one copy in Sweden for 15 plus shipping, which was way more than the cost of the book.
Accurate.
5 stars.
Incredible.
Like pointing out the ripoff of everything, because this is paperback. Depending on how many, let's go expensive at 20 cents a page. I mean, you can have 500 pages at like $10 or some shit. I stopped doing math there, but you get the cheapness of like a thick novel.
Yes.
Right.
I think this is a scam.
I'm starting to think so too.
What was the name of it again?
The book, and he's written a number of books. Let me try and find on Amazon. I can only find Beyond the Heavens, A Story of Contact. But he has 2 books in Italian, which I think is just one, Beyond the Heavens, and then Oltre il cielo, which I do believe means beyond the heavens as well, or beyond the sky. And then Fogori dall'abisso nel regno sotterraneo di Papilio Stellari. Don't know that much. So he seems to have 2 books in Italian and only 1 in English.
I thought for sure one would be on the Internet Archive, but it's not.
No. And I guess we can translate this. I forgot the internet exists in its current form. Translate. Not to Russian this time. We're not trying to do anything questionable.
This time.
How come English is so hard to find on this translate? It means glimmers from the abyss in the subterranean kingdom of the star peoples.
Okay.
I think that might be a mistranslation from Google Translate. Unless the star people are subterranean now. I can only assume because of losing a war. But that's my segment for this week. Who's scamming people out of $200 now? And then Maurizio, I forgot his last name.
Cavallo.
Yeah, Cavallo. And I wrap up the speaking skull in the shroud that used to hide Palantir. And now give it to you, and I'm going to let Sauron in on this one as well, if that's okay with you, Nate. He's been watching for a while now, but he's really interested in what you have.
Bring that eye, baby. Okay. Well, we're going to be in the same zone, at least. This will have alien encounters. But this one seems a little bit more, it's a lot more fun. I've got a couple articles here that I'm going to jump around from. One of them, oddly enough, a 1998 Westward article.
Ooh, hometown paper.
Shout out.
Did they have as many weed ads back then as they do now, or was it mainly cocaine?
I don't know, because this is on the internet. Also, so yeah, there's definitely still a huge cannabis section, but I think it's pretty new.
If you want to know more about subjects I just reached on, look at a High Times from the 70s and 80s. It was kind of mostly about cocaine.
So this is about Pamela Stonebrooke, the Intergalactic Diva.
Nice.
When Los Angeles-based jazz singer Pamela Stonebrooke began billing herself as the Intergalactic Diva, the smoky-voiced chanteuse was not yet renowned for mingling with non-human life forms.
Man,
but she will be.
If I had a nickel for every time I was referred to as a smoky-voiced chanteuse.
A sign-up sheet for a jazz showcase overseen by a drummer friend asked participants to list their names and instruments. Quote, and just as a joke, I put my name down and I put the Intergalactic Diva under instrument.
Type.
And that was it. From then on, whenever I went to sit in anywhere, that's what people would call me.
Hell yeah.
So it was just a little fluke that stuck with me. Oddly now, it kind of works.
May I bring up the album?
Oh, yeah.
So we can all experience the Intergalactic Diva. Check this out, Jordan.
Please. Incredible.
Yep, that is the album being reviewed in this article.
The Intergalactic Diva looks like both members of Roxette were morphed together and bitten by David Bowie.
I enjoy that she's down to the earth. She performs without shoes.
I like that there's no shoes. The shoes is an absolute power move. That's she's grounded, as Sam Talent would say. Mm-hmm. She can sense. They can sense earthquakes
and aliens. I think.
Yeah,
and do you want to know how this album was reviewed in 1998? It says Stonebrooke delivers Sade smooth, Grace Jones demanding tunes that deal with her alleged communions with aliens.
Dang.
So well reviewed.
That's a good review.
I mean, that's and it's I listened to a couple of tracks off of it. It's not bad.
Is it on Spotify?
It's on YouTube.
Okay,
I don't use Spotify, but
we're not monetizable anyway. We're almost there. Also, thank you for subscribing, everyone. Recently.
Oh hell yeah! Thanks, team. If you're getting put on the Mount Rushmore with Sade and Grace Jones in 1990, whatever, you're crushing it.
And also, A from Beyond, note taken. But we're gonna play some background music right now of the Intergalactic Diva.
Hell yeah. Hit me.
Well, check this out. She played. Eventually, she ends up playing, she gets popular if she plays The Wedding of Larry Flint, the Hustler publisher.
Bonkers.
She sang several times at Gene Roddenberry's birthday parties.
Outstanding.
She performed with Kenny G, the Pointer Sisters, and the Neville Brothers.
Sure.
And it was on bills with Johnny Cash, Tammy Wynette, and Jerry Lee Lewis as a solo act.
All right, we're taking it over. Musical interlude, everyone. Pamela Stonebrooke, the Intergalactic Diva. It's really good.
I thought that was her voice.
All instruments are Pamela Stonebrooke. I love the muted trumpet.
Yeah, that's wild.
I have often searched the sky, wondering what my fate would be.
Oh yeah, everybody at Larry Flint's wedding is getting laid if this comes on.
Was always out there waiting just for me. I've got an alien this time with a line. Only he could break this curse.
Incredible.
All right, that's enough.
Oh my God, the lizard man with his hand on her hip.
I don't know if this is real though. Is this a fake picture edited to be hilarious, or is she gonna have a voyeuristic relationship with this lizard man?
Outstanding.
Okay, just hold on.
Okay, I'll give you control.
So this is from Paranormal World. Pamela's first alien experiences were of a non-sexual variety and took place when she was somewhere between the ages of 8 or 9. Her first odd experience was that of finding 2 strange scars on her skin. She had no idea where they had come from at that time. They had seemingly just showed up. But when she grew older and more experienced, she realized that they were likely the infamous scoop marks left by extraterrestrial tissue sampling.
Upsetting.
Yeah, no, it was described in another article as like there were like gouges in her legs when she woke up.
Oh, so this is a little bit more extreme than what I've ever heard.
Yeah,
except for the contact guy who had the stuff done to him.
Oh, were they not healed? They were like open wounds?
Yeah, it sounds like they're fresh.
Well, they were peeled, but they were
new.
Yeah, she still has the scars on her shins.
Terrifying. That sucks. So much worse.
These marks may have appeared without explanation, but her first consciously recalled experience would be coming soon. She eventually lost interest in the extraterrestrial phenomenon and instead focused on her music career. Her talent was prodigious. Inspired by Billie Holiday, she assembled her first rock band at age 16, and after a tour through various cabarets and topless lounges, she moved to California in 1975. And eventually she was chosen to open the Playboy Club of Roppongi, Japan, where she was so they loved her so much. Because she thought that she was going to be there for 6 months or something.
Like a short little stint.
Yeah. And she beat out 300 other women for an audition also.
She's producing hits like what we just heard, dude. Her voice is silky smooth.
Summer jams.
And I imagine they're probably doing mostly covers, at the Playboy Club Tokyo.
Sure.
Probably a lot of smooth jazz covers of Jimi Hendrix songs.
Well, the quote, the band was so thrilled to have a woman who could really sing that after the gig was over at 11 or 11:30, they would take me to other jazz clubs and kind of show me off, Stonebrooke recalls. I would sit in at these other clubs, and because the other clubs loved me, I ended up being booked for the next 8 years.
I guess I live here now.
Hell yeah.
While abroad, Stonebrooke began to pen her own tunes, but she found Tokyo a tough market to crack. That was very frustrating because obviously I couldn't sing my original stuff in Japan. In fact, they wanted to hear the standards and not even the obscure ones, which were the ones I wanted to sing. So
I wanted to sing Jimi Hendrix's Green Fuzz. But no one wants that one.
So eventually, she comes back. She backs up a bunch of other bands, mostly R&B stuff. This is more in the disco era. But she she tours Europe for a little while with Hoyt Axton. She apparently, she was a vocalist for Sparks also.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, what is that cool?
Is that good?
Oh,
is that good or bad?
Sparks rules, man.
Nice. Wow. Dang.
Yeah, so she had a really interesting career already. She quickly inserted herself in the local jazz scene as a platinum-haired wild child. However, she still maintained her interest in esoterica through the lens of astral travel and the New Age movement.
That'll do it.
I wish that didn't happen. Like, I feel so much fucking scientific research into aliens is so thrown off because of the New Age movement and I can meditate with aliens.
Yeah, that's tough.
Right.
But I also do believe in astral projection. So
all right,
I'm in a unique situation.
We're fighting today in Helldivers.
Man, I would love to play Helldivers.
I'll meet on the field of Taron 3.
Nice.
She would later profess to be an experienced out-of-body traveler and expressed some of her mystical leanings through her darker music throughout the ages. For example, she performed as Lilith in Exile and Incubus, both ironically named after malevolent spirits associated with sexuality. The irony will become apparent later. It was 1994, and Pamela was working as a celebrity agent in Houston, Texas. She not yet launched herself into her starstruck career as a jazz singer, but it seems that the space people didn't particularly care whether or not she had made it big yet. That day, she had just come home from working a long hours shift at her office and had decided to go to sleep early. She closed her eyes and drifted off into a peaceful sleep. But when she woke, she found that a scheduled return to the office would no longer be possible for her in that moment. She was curled in the fetal position in a dimly lit metallic room, quote, shaped like a truncated pyramid. And the realization quickly dawned on her that she was seemingly on board a spaceship.
Okay. That'll do it.
Yeah. A line of small, gray-skinned beings walked into the room and looked at her. One of them, seemingly female, approached her and told her not to be afraid before requesting that she follow it. Perhaps realizing that she had no other real option, she followed the gray alien through a door into another room. The alien shut the door behind them and it instantly disappeared into the wall. When she turned from having watched the door vanish, she was startled to see that 3 female aliens of even smaller stature were looking up at her. She described them as being very frail like the other grays, but with wispy hair like that of chemotherapy patients on their heads.
Oh, no.
They ran over to her, grabbed her arms, and started calling her mommy.
Oh, is it her children?
These are her star children.
One should hope.
A wave of fear suddenly crashed into her, leaving her dumbfounded with absolute terror before she suddenly found herself back in her bed. Staggering out of her bed, brain still blazing with panic, she went to the bathroom to splash her face with water in an attempt to shake off what she thought was perhaps just a dream. As she was doing so, she had to roll up the sleeves of her kimono and was horrified to see numerous small bruises on her arms. The reality of the experience came flooding back to her instantaneously, and she remembered when the aliens had grabbed her arms. Returning to bed, presumably with trepidation, she found herself unable to get a good night's sleep for obvious reasons. And she kind of loses her ability to do anything but think about the alien experience for a year.
That sucks.
Yeah, she's trying to write music.
Yeah.
She wants to get out there and sing, but it's just she can't get in the headspace.
She had a wildly traumatic experience.
Yeah, for sure. The performing arts is a very emotional, empathetic thing. I could see how this could slow some development.
Truly.
So Pamela would eventually agree to subject herself to a hypnotic regression to try and retrieve further memories of alien contact, and she was terrified by what she uncovered. As she started to recall more and more, she came to the realization that she'd been subjected to several examinations by extraterrestrial greys throughout the years, and that the aliens had been responsible for the 4 phantom pregnancies she had experienced.
That's a lot.
Yeah. The aliens also showed her an apocalyptic vision of the future. She always found it pretty ludicrous and actually spent the first year and a half after remembering it all feeling truly traumatized by it, but nonetheless she was able to embrace it as part of herself. She recruited an artist to draw one of the reptilian aliens she now remembered having contact with, and even started a support group for people who had experienced similar phenomena.
Wow.
The support group apparently took place at the Encino Women's Center in Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
An individual named Daryl Anka apparently made contact with an ET metaphysician named Bashar in these sessions.
I know Bashar.
Oh, yeah.
And, well,
he used to speak with an Arabic accent in the 80s, and then he went changed. All kind of like West Coast.
Oh, no, this is Daryl Anka is the guy. Bashar's the alien.
Yeah.
Oh, so Bashar's been contacting multiple people?
Exactly.
Yeah, and would relay messages of desire for intergalactic peace.
Bashar's been seeing other people.
Yeah. Bashar's, he's in and out. Nothing's holding Bashar down.
Yeah. That's why you should get checked for a mind STD.
Pamela told the Sun Online that she was able to overcome the embarrassment factor quite quickly and to tell her friends and family about what had happened to her. She used her musical talent to disperse some of the messages delivered to her support group by Bashar. Her song Alien, of which we've listened to a little bit now.
Yeah, a little bit. That beginning, the first minute, man.
Yeah.
I fucks with that.
And if you get to the towards like maybe 2/3 of the way through, there's a segment where she's reading out a message from Bashar through a voice modulator.
Oh, cool.
So it's a perfect song.
Yeah, that's intense.
And now we get to the erotica.
Oh boy. Everybody, pants on. Hands where we can see them.
It was 1998.
Already hot.
Dear Penthouse, I never thought this would happen to me. A few years after she had composed Alien, that her contact experience took a turn for the erotic. She would eventually go on to have 3 encounters with an extraordinarily sexually talented reptilian alien.
Whoa! Dang.
The first of these illicit rendezvous started when she woke from her sleep to discover herself already making love with a, quote, gorgeous blonde man whom she compared to a Greek god.
I mean, that's not okay.
She said, sleeping people cannot consent.
Yeah.
I thought he was a reptile.
Well, we're getting to that. She was shocked, seeing as she apparently never brought people home like she had evidently done that night, and eventually concluded that she must have been having a lucid dream. She closed her eyes and relaxed, enjoying how comfortable she felt with the unknown presence. When she next opened her eyes, however, the supposed dream became something far less conventional. The intercourse became more aggressive. Quote, the energy felt totally different, and apparently the size of her partner increased inexplicably. The Greek god had morphed into a 6-foot-tall reptilian humanoid with a vaguely alligator-like snout and scaly snake-like skin. She realized that she was making love to a shape-shifting alien. When the entity sensed that she was scared, it simply whispered, we've always been together. We love each other.
Whoa!
The telepathic communication she shared with the reptilian was apparently so intense and sensual that she felt happy to simply surrender to the intensely enjoyable sexual experience.
Whoa!
She described the reptilian as being
girl.
She described the reptilian as being sly and slick and as having a playful kind of bad boy attitude.
Nice. I get it.
Okay.
A real Luke Perry.
Sure.
Covered in scales.
We're like Luke Scary. Okay.
The orgasms she experienced as a result were like nothing she'd ever felt before. It was as if the climax extended to every single cell in her body.
Her eyes shot out of her head and twisted around like in Bugs Bunny cartoons.
I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility.
Aliens.
And I haven't had a chance to listen to it, but she had talked to Art Bell on Coast to Coast.
Oh,
I did find an image of that.
Cool.
I'm not going to show it, but sure. Look for it and then realize what Art Bell looks like. It's weird.
And she would often say that she had received letters and emails from women relieved to know that someone else had experienced something similar.
So
these reptiles, they were out there in the 90s, just boning away.
I hate to do this, but reptiles don't have wangs.
No, they have cloaca and they rub them together.
This is a shapeshifter, so I imagine
he can do what's needed for her. He's a gentleman.
Oh, she did say he was very sexually creative or something.
If not, that's what I was thinking.
I built a dildo out of a Coke bottle. Sexual creativity comes in many forms, okay?
She regards these correspondences as opportunities to help people who might otherwise be institutionalized or even convinced that they are possessed by demons.
I mean, truly, can you imagine? That's what I was thinking when you mentioned that she started this support group. Can you imagine something like this happening to you and just like nobody would believe you. Nobody would believe a word of that.
Yeah,
at all.
You're a crazy person instantly.
Yeah,
terrifying.
And you have to assume that you're the only person, but apparently not. An alien revelation that the Earth may well be nothing more than, quote, one big terraformed experiment inspired her to create an album called Experiencer. And this name would also be shared by a book that she published in late 2001. This is kind of weird. She chose to publish it exclusively on CD.
Okay.
So
in 2001, huh?
So you can't really find it now.
Sure.
There's really not much more to it than that. But
wow, that's a pretty incredible story. I honestly am surprised we've never heard it before.
Yeah, this is the first I've heard of the amazing songs.
This truly seems like exactly our shit and exactly your shit, listener. We're so glad that you joined us again for another fun-filled episode of Werewolf Radar. Did you guys have fun? I had a great deal of fun.
I did.
I had a great time.
I'm hungry.
I laughed a bunch. I'm hungered. Should I order food? Everyone, get yourself a taco.
On us. You have to pay for it, but say that we said it was okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your continued support of the show. If this is your first time listening and you would like to help us out, you can go to our patreon.com/werewolf_radar. No, just Werewolf Radar.
Yes.
And you can support us for as little as $1 a month. It helps keep the lights on, helps keep the radar rotating, and helps keep Roger in the medicine that keeps his blood from turning into smoke.
It's Canadian blood.
Yeah.
I have to buy it at a weird market.
It's all imported from Toronto.
Yeah. It's a little sachet you put in a glass of water.
Yeah. It comes disguised as gravy for.
Yeah. Oh, what? I'm just drinking gravy. Just drinking my glass of gravy. If you didn't like what you heard here today, go ahead and give us 5 stars on wherever you listen to the podcast. That lets the podcast people know that you hated it and it sucks and no one should listen to it. If you really loved it, you can also give us 5 stars and their algorithm will know which one you mean.
It's pretty smart. AI and whatnot.
Pretty smart. AI's here, Xylophone chips, etc. You can check us out on YouTube. You can check us out on werewolfradar.com. You can check us out on... Are we on Threads yet?
No, I don't do the social media.
So.
We should pay some sort of monkey.
Maybe I'll start I'm a monkey. I'm one kind of monkey. Maybe I'll start a Threads account, but watch for us. Put Werewolf Radar into Google. Like I say, you'll find the entire world of good content we offer.
Really, it's just our YouTube. They have a comment section. Just go to our YouTube and say you're cool.
Everything's happening on YouTube these days. Just go there. Say we're cool. I need this. Until next time, as ever, please join us in our sign-off line on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Punch
the skies!
Spaceman
Joe.
Oh, with Spaceman